How's it going, everybody? It's Sean here, back today with another review. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the Nike Air Max 2090 in the Pure Platinum colorway. The latest version of Nike's Air Max line, which debuted a few weeks back, pays homage to the iconic Air Max 90, which explains why the name of this shoe is 2090. This retailed for a price of $150 or $195 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is Pure Platinum, White, Black, and Bright Crimson. In designing this shoe, Nike really wanted to maintain many key elements of the Air Max 90. So you'll see this throughout the length of this review, and I'll be sure to point them out to you guys. First off though, I do want to reiterate that this is more of a lifestyle shoe. It's not meant for performance, whereas historically the Air Max line was a performance sneaker and was actually used for running. Diving straight into the sneaker, so the upper of this shoe, for the most part, is covered in this translucent mesh. This mesh is very lightweight and you can see through the mesh as well, so the type of socks that you wear when you rock these will be important. Covering the outer edge of the toe box, there's this additional layer of reinforcement which gives it this glossy finish. Surrounding the middle portion of the shoe where the eyelets are, there's another layer here which enhances the durability, and it's accented with this light blue stitching. On the mid panel of the lateral side only, we have a black Nike swoosh which is done in black and embedded within this outer layer, and similar to the design of the Air Max 90, this swoosh is also cut off at the very bottom. They've also carried over the mudguard of the Air Max 90. So for the 2090, we have this synthetic plastic-like material which is done in white, and this runs across both sides of the sneaker. On the lateral side only, in the middle, we have this bright crimson stitching, which adds a ton of pop to the shoe. And then also on the back heel portion, we have the word Air in gray, but it's cut off in the middle. As we take a closer look at the lace area, you'll see the eyelets here are done in a very simplistic loop style fashion. And then intertwining through this, we have these flat black laces. Underneath the laces, we have a black mesh tongue. And at the top of the tongue, we have this cutout, which has this rubberized ring, which has the Nike swoosh. And once again, that Air word cut off in the middle again. So you can see here, this is this one-piece booty-like fit, and it's held together to the sides of the shoe with neoprene. The back heel of the sneaker gives you a ton of padding. So it's foam padded and the outer shell is done in mesh, and this gives you a ton of support for your back heel. And then stitched on top, similar to the design of the Air Max 90, we have this rubberized bumper, and you'll see for the 2090 it has these grooves which protrude out, and then within it we have the word Air and the Nike swoosh. Hanging off the top, we have this bright crimson colored pull tab, which accents the bright crimson color found on the mudguard. Pulling out the insoles, these come with your standard Nike Air Max insole, which is done in black, and on the heel we have 2090 and a Nike swoosh stamped on top. The upper of these Air Max 2090s sits atop this very chunky midsole, which is constructed out of this white colored foam on the forefoot and a really thick air unit on the heel. So Nike wasn't explicit on what type of foam this was. They didn't mention if it was React or anything special, but it was very soft and responsive. Moving back onto the back heel, so the air unit here is 200% bigger than the air unit found on the standard Air Max 90. And it's housed in this translucent silver colored shell, which similar to the heel bumper, we have these ridges which protrude out the back end of the shoe. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole. This is for the most part done in this milky gray colored rubber. And on the forefoot, we have these grooves similar to the Air Max 90, which gives you enhanced flexibility. And it's finished off with a touch of blue on the very top of the toe. From a sizing standpoint, so my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in my true size 10, and they fit me pretty good. If I was to nitpick, I'd say that they run a little bit more on the long but narrow side. So if you have really wide feet, this might not be the best shoe for you. And I say this because this upper material isn't that stretchy and it won't really accommodate your wide foot. However, for most of us, I feel like sticking true to size should be okay, and that's what I went with. In comparison, I'm also a size 10 in the Air Max 720 as well as the Air Max 270, and I feel like these ones run a little bit longer than those two. Next up, the question you guys are probably wondering, how these feel on feet, and I gotta say I was actually pleasantly surprised. When I first got these in hand, I expect them to feel a lot more like the 270 or the 720, but in my opinion they're better than both. So my main issue with the Air Max 720 was it felt like you were kind of on heels. The back heel was so tall, you were kind of slanted forward. And I was afraid that this shoe would have that same problem because of this big air unit on the back. However, after rocking these for about an hour, initially I sort of had that same sensation, but over time I kind of got used to it, and it felt better the longer and longer I wore them. I do gotta say, whatever foam they use on the forefoot, whether it's React or whether it's something else, it is very soft, very comfortable, and I was very impressed with this part right here. I'd say that it feels similar to the Air Max 270 on feet, except for the forefoot cushioning was much improved. So with all that being said, let's lace up these Air Max 2090s and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. Nike has brought out a lot of Air Maxes in the recent past, which in my opinion has been kind of misses. However, I feel like with this shoe, this is probably the best Air Max that we've seen in the past few years. I like how they reference the Air Max 90 in a lot of the design aspects of the shoe, and how comfortable these are on feet. The one thing that bugs me though is the high price point. 150 US or 195 Canadian is pretty high, but I suppose that's what you pay for the massive air bubble and whatever foam technology they used in the forefoot. My honest opinion is there's going to be a ton of colorways of this sneaker, so find the one that you like, and chances are they're probably going to be on sale or even make it to the Nike outlets. So let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about this all new Air Max 2090. How do you guys feel about this pure platinum colorway? And of all the colorways that I've dropped so far, which one has been your favorite? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter at sean.go and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.